They gave their child everything. So why does that child still feel empty, anxious, and unsure who they are? One day, your child will no longer reach for your hand before crossing the street. One day, the house will become quieter. The toys will disappear. The bedtime routines will end. And the little voice calling your name from the other room will slowly fade into memory. But long after childhood ends, your child will still carry the emotional voice created inside your home. The way you responded to their mistakes, the way you looked at them when they struggled, the way they felt after talking to you, that voice becomes part of them. And years later, in moments of fear, failure, heartbreak, or uncertainty, they may still hear it inside themselves. The question is, will that voice sound like fear or self-trust? Will it say, "You're never enough," or "You can handle this"? Because parenting is not only about raising a child, it's also about shaping the relationship that child will have with themselves for the rest of their life. Children do not need perfect parents. They need emotional safety, understanding, patience, connection. They need space to become fully themselves without feeling they must earn love first. Some of the most obedient children are actually the most emotionally disconnected. And that's why these signs are so easy to miss. Because emotionally struggling children do not always look rebellious. Sometimes they look polite, helpful, quiet, and mature for their age. The child everyone praises, but underneath that behavior, there can be a child who has slowly stopped feeling safe enough to fully be themselves. One of the biggest warning signs is excessive people-pleasing. These children become experts at reading moods and trying to keep everyone happy because disappointing people started feeling emotionally dangerous. Another sign is fear of making decisions. Some children become so used to adapting to other people's expectations that they stop trusting their own preferences. Every choice feels risky. What if it disappoints someone? What if it's wrong? Another quiet sign is emotional numbness. Some children stop expressing emotions not because they feel okay, but because they learned emotions create discomfort for others. So instead of expressing sadness, anger, fear, or frustration, they shut down emotionally. And perhaps the most heartbreaking sign is the constant need for validation. They grow up chasing praise, approval, and reassurance, because deep down they never learned that their worth still exists even when they disappoint someone. Sometimes a parent says, "I just want what's best for you," while unknowingly speaking from fears they carried since childhood themselves. And the child feels it, not just the love, but the pain hidden underneath the love too. Many parents are trying to give love through wounds they never recovered from. That's why healing matters. Because children often inherit emotional patterns long before they understand them. The goal is not to raise a perfect child. It's to raise a child who still knows themselves when they grow up. That starts with small emotional shifts. Listen for understanding, not just correction. Let children do hard things slowly, so they build confidence in themselves. Validate emotions even when behavior needs guidance. Allow safe disagreement. Praise, effort, honesty, and courage more than perfection. Children should feel loved for who they are, not only for how well they perform. One day your child will leave home carrying an inner voice shaped partly by you. And long after childhood ends, they will still remember how safe or unsafe they felt being themselves around you. So, if this video made you reflect in any way, share your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more videos about parenting psychology and emotional development, subscribe for the next one, because sometimes the smallest moments between parent and child become the inner voice they carry forever.